People always ask how I healed from cancer after being given 6 months to live. So there's no magic pill for something like this. Our systems are finely tuned balance or imbalance of health and well-being. And I believe it is our job to constantly listen and pay attention and make continual adjustments as we go. Now, we're not taught any of this in life. We're not taught how to look after ourselves on that health and well-being level. Um, we're not given those guidelines. We're raised in a society. Well, let me speak about the UK because that's where I've been raised. We're raised over here with a conventional medicine system in place, the NHS. And most of us are raised with the idea that if something goes wrong in our bodies, we go to a person called the doctor and get it fixed. And there is always a place for that. There is a place for all of this. But there is also a place for learning more about how your system works before it gets to that point, so that you can start to put things in place to create that basic foundation of healing, and also tweak where you need to as you go along. And I uncovered working in this way through my own health issues. It started off in my 20s with extreme menstrual hemorrhaging. And I had an interest in spirituality, let's say. And when my menstrual hemorrhaging kicked on, and it was so severe that I was waking up in late teens, so 18 to 22, I was waking up at 3 a.m, having soaked through bed sheets. It was very extreme. And I remember going to the doctor and being told it was all in my head. We're talking nearly 25 years ago now. Actually, no, we're not. We're talking more than that. We're talking nearly 30 years ago now. And I think things have come on since then. And then I was put through various hospital-y things. And I kind of instinctively knew the answers weren't going to come that way. And they didn't. But that situation propelled me onto a path of self and holistic healing, which was then to stand me in good stead when I received the cancer diagnosis several years later and was given 6 months to live. And by that point, I had been doing some work in the mind-body field. I'd been learning about the connection between what we think, how we feel, and what presents in our body. And so by the time I got the cancer diagnosis, I knew enough to know there was more going on than meets the eye and what the medics were suggesting I do, which is why I decided to, so this is going to sound dramatic, take my life in my hands and heal holistically or not. There was no other choice for me. And everybody's path is very different. But the principles are the same. And you can work with conventional medicine, you can work solely with holistic, complementary alternative therapies, or you can work with a combination of the two. But it is our job to project manage our own life and our own health and well-being, and become curious and find out, how do I work? How does this all fit together? And when things go a little awry, what can I do now? And I think, unfortunately, because of the way our society is fast-paced, very consumer-based, we abdicate that responsibility. And often it comes from a state of lack of education as well, that we're just not given those guidelines on how to do that. So I'm just going to give you a few tips right now on where you can start with your own health and well-being. And one of my let's just go with two, because there are many things I did when I had cancer. Two of the things were movement and meditation. And you'll see, if you tuned into what I do on social media, you'll see lots of movement stuff. And the reason is because movement is a massive part of my health and well-being. Was a massive part of my recovery from cancer. It's always been a big part of my life. And it was only when I got cancer that I realized why. Because it literally keeps me connected into my body, grounded on the planet and being able to function. So you can move for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, even if you have a desk job. You can sit, you can lift your legs off the ground and circle your ankles. She says, knocking over something here. Circle your ankles, circle your wrists, stretch. So even if you feel you can't leave your desk, which I doubt, those are things you can do which start to activate the circulation in the body and start to oil the joints. If you have more time, you can go. Movement is simple. It's simple. People make it complicated. It's simple. You can go for a walk round the garden, round the block, 5 minutes one way, 5 minutes the other, and then you've got 10 minutes. You can expand on all of that. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be complicated, and it doesn't have to be expensive. You can put music on in your kitchen, living room, and just dance around in your own way. All of that is going to support your joints, your muscles, your bones in activating the body and staying happy and healthy. And then the other piece, another key piece, meditation. This is just sitting quiet and closing the eyes, focusing on the breath. And I always say to clients, start with 2 minutes. And if you think you can't grab 2 minutes, when you go to the loo, take 2 minutes, close your eyes. Don't take your phone in there. Take yourself and close your eyes for 2 minutes and just take a few breaths. And do that practice every single day. So every single day, everybody could apportion 10 minutes to movement and meditation. And just 10 minutes apportioned to movement and meditation is going to make a massive difference to your health and well-being. So I will leave you with that today. If you want to work with me, you can work with me in the capacity of movement. I offer online classes, online one-to-one movement sessions, and DM me the word dance if you're interested in any of the movement work. My spiritual coaching and healing sessions are one-to-one. They start at $199 and come with a recording of our Zoom session. And in that space, I look at your energy field. I look at yourself, look at what's working, what's not working. And we talk about simple things you can put into place to help direct your path and implement change. And I'm going to leave it there for now. So see you again soon. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're tuning in from.